Hey everyone, Richard Metal Fan here, bringing you guys a brand new 2018 album review. And today we're going to be looking into the new album from the band Fit for a King entitled Dark Skies, which came out through Solid State Records. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with Fit for a King, they're a metalcore band based out of, I believe, Dallas, Texas. They formed in 2007. I discovered Fit for a King about a year ago or 2 years ago or something like that. I saw some people were talking about them and I decided to check them out. And of course I've seen Fit for a King 3 times. Last time I saw them was at Ground Zero in Spartanburg in South Carolina. I thought they were pretty good, and I remember first seeing them last summer at Warped Tour, and they were put on a pretty good show. Really energetic, just so heavy, gets the crowd going. And this new album, Dark Skies, is the follow-up to their last album, which came out in 2016, which was Death Grip, which I thought was pretty good. With each of Fit for a King's albums, I feel like they kind of still have stuff, but they also add some different elements, especially with sort of like the vocals, maybe in like the instrumentation and stuff. And I honestly think this album is pretty good. It sort of follows in the same line of Death Grip, but also adds sort of like different stuff, like sort of electronic-y key parts, but it's not like overdriven and stuff. But they do utilize some of that in this album. The production is pretty superb. Like, everything is where it needs to be. Let's just talk about the vocals, or the vocal work in general. Ryan Kirby's vocals really stand out for me on this album, especially his harsh vocals, and just his growls and screams are really gotten more brutal and just intense. And his clean singing is just really have gotten better. I feel like on the last album it showcased it was him starting doing clean vocals, and he actually has improved quite a bit. Like, you could definitely, like, the way he sings and way he conveys is very good. And the other clean vocals from their bass player Tuck, his vocals have gotten better as well. They were pretty good on the last album on Death Grip, but I feel like on Dark Skies it has really gotten better. Guitar wise, I mean, Bobby Lynch, I believe is his name. His, like, the riffs he comes up with, and just like the tone on this album is just beefy and just chuggy and just heavy as balls. I just like how Fit for a King does it good for metalcore, especially with a band that utilizes only one guitarist. It just sounds pretty good. The bass playing from Tuck, I kind of think the bass could be a little bit more audible, especially being the same length as with the guitar and stuff. Drumming wise, I mean, Jared Esterling, he's like the only original member left since their group's inception. Like, his drums, I mean, just spot on. Just like the blast beats and insane that stuff that he does on this album is pretty good. Yeah, without further ado, let's dive into this album track by track. And this album has 10 songs. So starting it off is the opener, which is Engraved, which starts off very soft sounding, which is kind of like gives you like a feel of what you're going to expect for this album. And then right off the bat it hits you in the face with just some heavy parts and just some really just chugging guitars in there. It's just a really good opener. Then we go into The Price of Agony, which is a super heavy song, and it really showcases some good vocals. And I love how Ryan Kirby's vocals, like, he can go from like having like brutal, just insane growls and stuff, and then goes into really good clean singing. And I just love the main riff in there, and the chorus of the song is just really good. It's just, every day we're going further. Like, the chorus is just really sung along, and I love there's actually a guitar solo on this, which is really good. Which I don't think Fit for a King had never done any guitar solos on there. It just puts it off really good. It just kind of gives it something unique, sort of like different from what Fit for a King has done before. Then we go into Backbreaker, which has some really groovy moments at some parts, and it has a really good breakdown. I really love like the long scream near the end to like the last bit of the song. Just like Ryan just belts out a really long scream. And I think I've seen some live videos where he does it, and it's just like, holy shit. Ryan's screams in there. That song is just fucking wow. And then Anthem of the Defeated, which starts out with a very spoken word intro, and it gives me chills whenever I hear that. When Everything Means Nothing, I honestly think it's a pretty good song. Just the melody, these are next level so far. To hear like Ryan and Tuck singing side by side with the clean vocals is just something very marvelous. And I just love sort of like the heavy parts and in there is really good. Then we go into Youth/Division, which is just good. I mean, it's an alright song, but I mean, it might change a little bit after if I listen to it a few more times. But yeah. Then we go in, next song on the album is called Shattered Glass, which showcases the heavy side of the album. Just some very aggressive vocals and sort of like 2 intense breakdowns on there. It's really good. Tower of Pain, which is actually, I believe, that the first single that was released off this album, which has the intro of this song is so good, and it pretty much gives you a ready of just full brutality. And I love the mix of the vocals, clean and harsh, is just insanely good. Depths of the Soul, which is a kind of I consider like a soft ballad on here. It's honestly not one of my favorites on here, but it's an okay song. And then the album closes with the song Oblivion, which starts off kind of a little bit soft, sort of like some clean singing, I believe, from Tuck, I believe, and that goes into some insane drumming in there, and it just has some really good heaviness over there. Now, overall, Dark Skies by Fit for a King is another solid addition to this metalcore band's discography. If I were to give this a score, I'd probably give this a solid 8.5 out of 10. But yeah, that's my review of Dark Skies by Fit for a King, their new album, guys. Please let me know in the comments what you guys think about it, and I'll see you all in the next video, and keep it metal.